Hi guys, it's me, 𝘚𝘵𝘢𝘨, and today I'm going to be doing a K-pop opinions video. I don't really think I have to explain this, but just to tell you that my opinions are my opinions, and if you disagree with them, that is okay. Say in the comments what you disagree on and why, and we can have a civil conversation, but any disrespect will not be tolerated and will be immediately deleted. Anyway, let's get on with the video. I hate admitting this because I will tell you guys, back when I first started listening to K-pop, I was all into boy groups. But if I'm being honest, recently, boy groups have just been missing. Not all of them. There have been like a few good ones, but I swear, compared to girl groups, boy groups, it's just been very mid or just downright horrible. And I'm not sure why, because boy groups used to hit, but like it's almost the same as girl groups where they're coming out with the same thing, but it's the same thing and it's just bad, or it's just really boring, or they'll completely change their sound to something that doesn't work for them. And it's really sad because like I like boy groups, I like a couple boy groups, I'm casual listeners to them, and they just really haven't been hitting the same way they used to. I know that this opinion is probably gonna get a lot of people rattled, but I mean, in my opinion, it needs to be said. Compared to all the generations, like, I don't know, second gen songs just, they're not hitting the way they should. Third gen has this iconicness to it that I just love. First gen is not polished, but that unpolishedness, it kind of gives it its own like charm. And fourth gen, while it's hyper polished, it still has a formula that works for it. Whereas second gen, second gen gave us some bops. But I mean, I can really only think of 3 to 4 songs that I actually like from second gen. And I don't know, it just, the outfits weren't really working for me. Like, second gen just really, it was good for its time, but if you're comparing it to first, third, and fourth gen K-pop, it really is bottom tier in my opinion. I love Twice, and I mean like I love Twice. I have loved all their recent albums. I have most of their B-sides from all their recent albums on my playlist. But if we're going to be really honest with ourselves, Twice's last really strong album, in my opinion, was Fancy You. All the other albums after, they've been good. Like, there haven't been any albums that were pure skips, but Fancy You was such a good, strong album, and I just haven't seen something that Twice has made that has come close to it in the recent years. The closest one I can think of is maybe Taste of Love, and I still wouldn't say it's close to Fancy. Like, Fancy was Twice's magnum opus, and I really, like, that was their most solid album they had to date, and they just haven't been able to copy that. It's so sad that big hit Let Tame come out in September, because believe me, hear me out, if Tame came out May to June or July even, it would have been so popular. Like, this whole entire song, the MV, everything was such a missed opportunity, because the song is giving summer. It's giving, we're in the middle of summer, we're having fun at the beach, you know, we're on the varsity, you know, it's giving that. But they decided to put it out in September, and I get why, because there was the whole school theme. But it would have been so much better and just a lot bigger of like a comeback sort of song if they decided to let the song come out in the summer. Like, this was such a missed opportunity on High, big hit, whatever's part, and this song would have been so much bigger, and just the vibe would have been there if they put it out like summer or even like late spring. It would have been so much better. Like, just listen to Tame in the summer or during the spring this year, and you'll see the vibe is so much differently. It's just so much different. It's so much better than when they put it out in September, because we were ready for school. Like, summer was over. We weren't in that mindset anymore. But they pulled this song out at the wrong time, like the completely wrong time. And that is the only reason that Tame isn't as memorable or as widely loved as some of 𝘚𝘵𝘏's other title tracks. So whether these bullying accusations are true or not with 𝘚𝘵𝘠𝘮, I feel like the people who put them out, whether they were lying or not, I feel like they did what they didn't want to do. I mean, obviously there's going to be haters, but I feel like this is just good in a bad way for the company. Like, people will tune in more just for the fact that this new group has a bunch of controversy. I mean, look at how many people tuned into aceba. I mean, that was gonna happen. It's a new SM girl group. But, like, this is 𝘵𝘵's first ever girl group after glam. And they already have this controversy. People are going to be tuning in. Whether or not this thing was a lie or not, I do not know. I feel like it kind of backfired, because people are going to hate watch it and they're going to support watch it for this 𝘚𝘵𝘠𝘮 girl and just for the rest of the group. I mean, people are saying this is going to ruin Sakura and Chaewon's debut. And yes, like, there's going to be some controversy with it, but it's also going to do wonders for the views and maybe for the sales and profit, because while bad publicity is still bad publicity, it's still publicity, and it's still going to help the group grow. Don't get me wrong, I do not hate aceba. I don't think their personalities are bad, but if I'm being honest, I do not care for their personalities. I mean, I feel a little bit attached to Ning because, you know, she's nice, but I don't know. Everyone else, I just really do not care. Like, I don't really need to like aceba for their personalities, because the music, the outfits, the singing, the dancing, everything else, it speaks for themselves. I don't really care to know what they are like when they're not on stage, because I don't really care for it. I just like the presentation of everything. I don't need another personalities. I do not need to know what they do at their dorms. I don't really care. I just really like their concept and everything. And I think that is perfectly fine and okay. This is gonna sound like I'm an anti, I'm ready to die on that hill, but I genuinely think Blackpink should just disband. I'm not gonna say it's for their own good or anything like that, like I'm some good person. I seriously just think they should disband. I mean, look at Jennie. Yes, Jennie seems happy when she's on stage with the rest of the Pinks, but she also looks genuinely happy when she's just chilling in LA with her friends, doing what she wants to do, going to fashion shows. That seems like something she's really passionate about right now. And while I feel like it would be great if, you know, Blackpink just sometimes comes together and makes songs, I seriously don't think that, you know, they have to be in the group Blackpink in order to do it. I don't know. There's Blackpink as an entity itself. I honestly feel like it's holding the girls back, especially the idol industry. I feel like the girls would be more open and more just better if they weren't in Blackpink. Doesn't mean they have to disband and never meet each other again or never make music again, but I genuinely think that they just do better when they're not associated with YG and they're just doing their own thing. I feel like they'd be a lot better, and we'd probably get more music that way if they weren't really with YG all the time. That's why I think like it's just better if maybe Blackpink just disbanded in terms of from YG, but they still made music outside of it. kind of like a got7 thing, except they won't start making bad music. So is it big 3 now, or is it big 4? Because now I see BTS fans going like, no, it's big 3. And then BTS is on their own. But I also kind of see K-pop fans saying is big 4 now. So I'm just confused because I feel like it used to be the other way around, and then people fought so hard about it that the other side just switched, and it's kind of funny. Honestly, I don't really care anymore when an idol can speak perfect English, or if they come from an English-speaking country. Like, I guess it's kind of cool when they come from, like, close to where I live. Like, if I hear an idol comes from, like, Toronto, Canada, or something like that, I'd be like, oh, wow, that's cool. That's close to where I live. But other than that, I don't really care, especially the Australian idols. Like, when I hear an idol's from Australia, I'm like, okay, that's normal. It doesn't really faze me anymore. I don't know why some people get so excited for it now. Like, it's just a really normal thing now, and it's not that, like, hype, because most of these idols barely speak English when we see them on camera, so it's not a huge thing. Or even, like, I find it so weird how people get so excited when they see that an idol was born, like, in, like, an English-speaking country, but, like, they moved to Korea when they were, like, 2. Like, you do know that they most likely don't really speak the language the way we do, and they probably don't know a lot about stuff that we would know because we were raised in these English-speaking countries. They're probably more Korean than they are that other country. I just think it's weird, you know, that people attach themselves to those idols so much, because, to be honest, it's not that big a deal. I mean, the most is that they might speak English a little bit in, like, American interviews, and if you get a fan meeting sign thing with them, you can speak English to them. That's really it. I even hate Psy. Like, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but it's like his company is cursed. Whoever enters in that building and signs those contracts, they start making bad music. Look at Hyuna. Look at 𝘵. What happened to them? They were making bops. 𝘵 was making bops in Pentagon. Hyuna, like, do we even have to talk about what she was making in Q? They were amazing. But it's like, once they entered into Psy's entertainment company, it's like their music just, it plummeted. It's so obnoxious now. I don't know what happened. Like, it's sad because Jessie's making the best music in that company, and her music's not even that good. That is a huge worry. Like, I'm worried for this new boy group that they're making. I don't want them to have bad music. We already have enough boy groups with bad music. We would like a good one. But I'm just worried for them because they're in Psy's entertainment company. And this entertainment company does not know how to make good music. It's just not good. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's like a curse. They are destined to always make these obnoxious, super annoying sounding songs. Like, help this company, someone, some good producer, please go in there and just help them, because they are struggling. I'm sure they can still pay their bills because of the people who are in there, but, like, music-wise, they're struggling. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm talking a little bit quietly because, like, you know, I just have to. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you want to. You don't have to. Talk about these opinions in the comments, or even write down your own unpopular or popular opinions, and I'll try and comment on all of them. Do well in whatever you're doing right now, and stay sunny.